Please welcome friend of the show, Kerry Katona.
Chicken.
Oh,
yeah.
All right,
Janet.
Don't hug her.
I won't touch her.
Don't touch her. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Now, here we have it. Kerry Katona, Whole Again, Love, Life and Me. Now, this
See
is
what
your...
I did there?
Yes.
See what I did
This
there?
is your third book of your life, and you're only 42.
I'm only 42.
You've packed a lot in, though.
I have packed a lot in. I've been coming on this show now for 22 years.
Yeah.
It's a long, long time, and a lot's happened. I mean, the first book was more about my childhood and the foster homes and my mum and all that kind of stuff. The second one was the bankruptcy, the drugs, the divorces. God, we could be here all day, to be honest with you. Both books on its way.
But this one, I mean, there's a lot of your typical humour in here, but I wanted to address sort of straight up because it's Domestic Abuse Month, and you've addressed very honestly your marriage to George Kay, and George died in 2019. But interestingly, you say he's still got a hold on you now.
Yeah. You see, what a lot of people don't understand, I got put in foster home because my mum's fella beat her up, and I was like, I'll never go through that. Why don't you just walk away? And I end up in the same relationship. And I think what I struggle with is the fact I put my kids through it. And halfway through the book, I was like to my agent, nope. To Sarah, my ghostwriter, no, I'm not doing it. I can't handle it. The anxiety, even now, I panic. God, yeah. It has a hold on you, and I think people who haven't been through that don't understand it.
No, but that's, I think, why it's very important to tell that story.
Yeah, that's why I've coincided it with this month as well, because it's really, really important. I remember coming on the show, actually, and me and Brian just split... Me and Brian, bloody hell, can't keep up. We were talking about George, that one. And me and George are just split up, and I remember being on here crying on the show.
Yeah.
And I think you actually asked me, you know, you're still wearing your wedding ring, but no one knew what was going on behind closed doors. No one knew.
No.
Which is amazing because you are such an open person.
Yeah.
And you never, like, even off camera, ever told even any of us or...
The fear from George was so severe. Like, I've got our Lily with me. Lily and Molly would come home from school and I'd go, don't say anything, just go upstairs. I'll never forgive myself for that.
So do you think you managed to shield the kids from what was going on?
They never witnessed anything, but they heard a lot of it.
Kerry, it wasn't your fault.
No. It wasn't your fault.
No.
But writing it now, has it put it further back? Has it shrunk? It hasn't at all.
No.
So you still blame yourself?
It's not about blame, it's a fear.
The fear, yeah. So what would you say for someone who's sitting at home now that's possibly in the situation you were in, and whatever you think of yourself, you know, you did come out of it, and the lovely Kerry that we all know, the strong Kerry that we know. What would you say to somebody now, because you understand exactly what they're going through, of don't...
Yeah.
What advice would you... Just give her the box. What advice would you give them?
It's so difficult because my mum said she was waiting for the police to knock on the door to say, you killed me. And what I struggle with is George is dead. I have his little girl. And this isn't about me bad-mouthing anybody because we all know how many times the police was called to my house, and it's so difficult because I remember one time George was covering up my bruises and my mum was looking, going, what are those bruises from? I said, oh, it's from having rough sex, Mum. And he looked at my mum, and my mum said she knew that he knew that she knew, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the fear is, and I know, I'll never forget, Molly gave me a look of pure weakness. I thought, what am I teaching my kids?
Look, we don't want to dwell on this enough.
Can I go on now? I knew we should have done this morning. I'm joking.
It's your
You know what
truth.
it is, Jane? There's a shame as well. There's such a shame that I held on to it for so long because I feel like I let my kids down, because I know that they're messed up because of it as well. And I'm always, as a mother, it's your job to protect your children.
A mother always feels that guilt, always. Yeah. And whatever you say, all your kids, including one of them who's here today, absolutely adore you.
And you know what else it is as well? Because he's not here. And Lily and Molly can go to Brian anytime they want. You know, Max and Heidi, they've got that choice with Mark, even though they've not seen him in years. TJ's not got that choice.
Well, look,
and I feel guilty because of that.
Let's move on to
I'm not having a breakdown. It's fine. I'm a very emotional person.
Let's move on to something a little happier. Tell us about Ryan Mahoney.
Oh, right, that one. I can't Google it half the time.
Number 4.
Number 4, this one. You know what it is? Because I've been in the industry for such a young age. I was only 18 when I met my first husband, so it's all really well documented.
Yeah.
But Ryan is definitely a keeper. He was a slow burner, but he's changed my world. He really has.
I've got to ask.
You're not having him, Janet.
I've got the message. You said, I know you're a person who often changes their mind, but a few years ago you said, I don't want any more kids.
Don't.
Now, what's this story about freezing eggs?
Well, the thing is, my other half's 8 years younger than me. I can still pull him, love. You know what I mean? He's 8 years younger than me and he has no children of his own. And me and the kids are enough for him, more than enough for him, and he's happy with that. But I also don't want to rob him of that option. So getting my eggs frozen, things might change in the future. I'm 42, I've not got much time left. There might not be that many eggs left anyway. Boiled, scrambled, fried, you pick, I don't know. So I think getting them frozen and having that option there, I'd never carry a child again because I nearly died with DJ and DJ did die. And I think that she's alive now. I think that's my body saying enough's enough. But I think having that option there...
Yeah. To have a surrogate.
To have a surrogate say, it's there.
You know what I was really surprised at and thrilled about, actually, that you finally reunited with Brian on a friendship, because you didn't really have anything to do with each other, did you, since, Molly was 3 or something?
Yeah, so it was Molly's 21st, can you believe it? I saw Kerry with a car and everything. I was like, where's the time gone? Yeah, so Molly just turned 21. We had a big birthday bash for her in Ireland, and it was lovely, and Brian was there, which is... It's really odd because Molly and Lily have no recollection of me and her dad being in this. You guys have more memories of me and Brian as a couple than our own children, which I think is quite sad. Yeah. But luckily, with his fiancée, Danielle, who is absolutely amazing, she's lovely. I think he's definitely changed for the better. He's a great dad.
It was kind of her, wasn't it, that's saying, right, you two need to...
No, not so much that she said anything. I just think she had a little influence on him. Like, she's really... My kids tell me, I'm like, what's the new missus like? And whether they like her or not, I'll know. And they adore Danielle. So that's good enough for me. I'm happy with that, do you know what I mean? And we had a party for Molly and we had a good old dance and a sing-song. It was good. Very nostalgic. Yeah. But it was good. It was really good.
Oh, it's really nice to see you so sort of like, happy and I can see that you...
from crying.
Now stop you from crying. But you can see that you're happy. You're not just saying that you are. You can see it.
On my kids' lives, I wouldn't change any of it, though. I wouldn't change the abuse. I wouldn't change the drugs. I wouldn't change the drink or the bankruptcy or the foster homes or anything because I am where I am supposed to be today. Yeah. It's made me who I am. And you can't live with regret because you become a very bitter person.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was blaming my mum, my accountant, it was Brian, it was Mark. I've got to take some kind of responsibility, say, hang on a minute, Kerry, you had a choice. Yeah. Not always a good choice, and I made the wrong ones, but own it.
Well, what we always love about you on this show is that you're honest. Yeah. And, so anyway, the book, Whole Again, Love, Life and Me, that's released this Thursday, and thanks ever so much.
Pre-order it.
Thank you to Kerry Katona.